Birthdays, weddings, graduations, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Denim Day? Look it up. Heck, finally inviting friends over for cocktails. There are a lot of spring occasions that you'll be celebrating. So why not celebrate with the gift of beer, wine, and spirits delivered in under 60 minutes with Drizzly? You're right, it's flawless logic. I've been using Drizzly now for the last couple of months. I love the convenience, and my favorite part is I put in my favorite wine or tequila, and Drizzly finds all the stores that carry them and compares prices. It's literally my go-to in a pinch. Well, right now, Drizzly is giving all new customers $5 off their first order with the code SPRING5. Just download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com and use promo code SPRING5, that's spring with the number 5, for $5 off your first order. Attention all my college comrades. The summer sun is just around the corner, and you know what that means. The water gets warmer, the skin gets darker, and the hair, well, gets pubier. Luckily, our friends at Manscaped are here to make that summer bod pop with their 4th generation performance package, which includes their signature Lawnmower 4.0. Join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get ready for shaved boy summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code TAGS, TAGS. What is going on? You are watching and listening to Tags Live, aka Talk About Gay Sex, the live edition. I'm your host, Steve V, and this is episode 358 alongside Maurice Doggett. How the hell are you doing, Cody?
Hello, darling. I'm doing wonderful this lovely evening. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm good.
Yeah, good.
We're going to get into it because there was some stuff that happened today, honey, child. I'm happy people are trickling in because to keep up with us on this show that we do, it's like we are all over the place. One minute we're on this Get Vocal, the next one we're on Vocal, we're back on Get Vocal, we're getting hacked. It's just we're nominated for Best Sex Podcast. I mean, it's on and on. I'm pitching our TV pilot. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. It's all good, and it's life.
In the best way. That's right. We're doing it. We're doing fantastic, and we are blessed and highly favored, despite the H word.
Okay, I like that. Yes. All right. Well, so much to get into. I'm just going to start off though with this lovely T-shirt. We save balls.
Ooh.
Yeah, Manscaped. It's their initiative. Manscaped is our sponsor, where you guys can get 20% off and free shipping by using our promo code TAGS, TAGS at checkout. Free shipping, 20% off. It's their initiative because it is Testicular Cancer Awareness Month. April is. And they're encouraging everybody while you're getting ready for spring, while you're manscaping. And Manscaped really, truly does have the best manscaping products. I can attest to it. I know you can as well.
Yes.
I'm talking about things like the Lawnmower 4.0 LED light. You can do it in the shower. It's waterproof. And you can trim away. But they've got other products that if you want to go even tighter, you can do that. And we like a good tighter shave, some of us. But they're encouraging everybody in their initiative. We save balls. And that's why I'm wearing this today. That when you're in the shower, guys, just do a quick check on that's when your balls are the most relaxed. Ooh. And you can, I know. Feel around down there. Make sure you're feeling 2 balls, testes, and that there's nothing else going on. And if you do feel something, a lump or a little bit of pain, it doesn't mean, it's the time to just go get it checked out. When that's why We Save Balls is the initiative. So while you're manscaping, again, use our promo code TAGS and get 20% off plus free shipping. But check your balls while you're down there. So we love that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, love that. So we were hacked, Cody.
I know, girl.
I need a sip of wine.
Me too.
It's so frustrating to be hacked on Instagram. And our Instagram account. I want to let everybody know listening and watching that if you get a DM from me asking, hey, how you doing? And a pause because they're waiting for you to respond. It's usually that kind of generic kind of response. Do not respond. I'm not DMing anyone from Tags Podcast right now. I will let you know if I ever do. Typically, we ask you to DM us for sex advice, but that just do not respond to it. It's a hacker, sadly, and it's just one of those things that they got a hold of our account and they're hacking us. So alert. Tags Podcast Instagram account has been hacked. I will report back if I've done everything you can do aside from pull out my hair to try and get the account back from Instagram. And we all know how that is. You can't get an immediate response, but wish us well because we really do use Instagram to promote so many things on the show. And, we're the little guy here trying to make it here. And it's just so frustrating to me when that happens. And they're so lascivious, those ones. They try to use. You can though use my private account, which I'll be posting all things tags out of right now, and that is I am Steve. I am _ Steve V. Again, I am _ Steve V. And that is the account that I'll be using right now. In the meantime, maybe I'll just continue to use it, but in the meantime, for sure, that's where you can get updates on Tags Podcast and just go there. So yeah, it's just one of those things.
So upsetting. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's just it's just one of those things that when you're just trying to do the right thing and this just happens. It just so sucks. I don't know if it's related to the war in Ukraine or if it's just people that don't have time, have more time on their hands than they know what to do with.
The Russian bots got us? Oh no.
It could be, I don't know. But on a positive note, if you didn't listen to Tuesday's episode, we're nominated for Best Sex Podcast for the Cyber Socket Awards, and we really want you to vote for us because that's how we can win. It's a great award show happening in West Hollywood in May. You have till May 5th to vote.
Already voted.
Okay, great. Thank you. It's really easy. You can go to Cyber Socket Awards. That's cybersocketawards.com and vote. And vote for us. The good thing, a little thing on that too, it's an extensive list of awards from like best top, best bottom, best duo, some great
good. Yeah.
And then you get to us, and we're Best Sex Podcast, and it's under Talk About Gay Sex. Now, here's the thing: if you don't know every category, choose the ones you do know, and you can. A little tidbit here: you can leave the rest blank. So there was some categories that I didn't really know, and rather than just like when I go to the polls for. I'm voting for the president. I'm voting for Biden. And then I'm like, who is this? What category is this? I don't understand this. And I don't know if you can there, but I leave this blank if you don't know.
All right. Okay.
There's some stuff that I didn't do my research.
My research before I voted, I looked at each category and I said, "Oh my God, they're hot! Oh my God, this scene is the best. Give it to them." Because
but there were some categories that were kind of challenging, like best film or best adult film of
I watched 20. Them.
Did you watch them, bitch? I don't got time to watch those.
I watched the preview.
Okay. Well, you're really good an Academy Award presenter here.
I mean, you got to do your research, and this is the best research of all time.
Coda, yes, it's cyber. Can you put it in there?
I was just Cyber Socket.
Cybersocketawards.com. Cybersocketawards.com. You do have to register. Again, you don't have to vote for every category if you don't know some of them. If you want to just go through there, do the ones you know, and submit. We really appreciate it, and we really want to win. It would mean a lot.
So Damon asked, can we vote each day? And do you know if there's a limit on the days or times you
I
get number of
think there
times you can
might be
vote?
a limit. I'll have an answer for you tomorrow. I
Okay.
would say try it, but I have a feeling that the fact that they get your info, that it recorded your vote already. So I'm pretty sure that if you go back on there, it's going to have you log on because you had to log in there
Mm-hmm.
and it recorded your vote already. So I think it's a
Okay.
one-time vote, I think. So,
Boo.
which is fun. I don't mind those though.
Make
I'd rather
multiple accounts and vote as many times as possible.
well, or do that. Yeah, do that. Choose another email, but
Yes.
that's up to you, though. I appreciate the one vote, and that means a lot. So,
Yes, it does.
okay, good. Yes, excited on that. We talk every week that Cody Maurice Doggett is a life coach,
Oh, me?
and yeah, one of his many talents. And I'm just going to take my glasses off for this segment because I don't have to read
So
anything.
sexy.
Yeah. Cody, I know this is a time you're trying to get you have a couple slots open,
I
but
do.
tell everybody about what you love about life coaching and what you specialize in.
So I am an ontological coach, and I mainly work with
An
gay men.
ontological,
Ontological coaching is basically you find the answers for yourself, and I am just a mirror for you. I help help you reflect and keep you accountable for the things that you said that you put forth. So any goals that you have and any uh things that you put in place to help yourself, like uh, things that any actions that you want to actually get into and make sure that you do daily or weekly. I make sure that when we talk, we discuss it, and I say, did you do your daily meditation today, Steve? And you
So
tell me
what if
yes or no.
so
I
let
keep
me
you
ask you
accountable.
this. What if I was a little uncertain on some of the area, like I was really frustrated with my job, let's just say,
Okay.
for example, and I knew I do not want to be an accountant anymore.
Okay.
But I don't know what I exactly want to do. Can you help me pull out some
Yeah.
things that I might be good at to at least start on a path
Oh
to
yeah.
my
That's
new life?
for self-discovery. Oh yeah, definitely. I can definitely do that. I work with people from all walks of life. I work with lawyers, artists, all types of people. But mainly I work with gay men that want to build and sustain healthy relationships and more fulfilling relationships with their family and friends and potentially lovers. So I just go to codydoggett.com or hit me up on Instagram at KMD Coaching, like we say every single week. And I have 3 slots available. So just reach out to me and we'll set something up.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Thank you.
great. Good. All right, perfect. Well, let's get into a show. We've got a full show ahead of you, don't we? But I want to start off with some responses because Tuesday's show was jam-packed with Jeremy, Cody, and myself.
Oh
And
yeah.
I always love it when people talk back to the show and give their opinions. Well, one of the things we were talking about was gay pride. And remember, Cody, we were talking about there's a conservative wave coming through that says people should not be dressed skimpy in skin tight clothing and showing
Yep.
too much and on and on and on. And we said, ultimately, is there this conservative wave coming through that's
Yeah.
going through the entire country, but are we now seeing it in our pride? We had a lot of opinions. We'll let you listen to episode
Oh.
357 on your own, but Jock Jaqua Williams on
Mhm.
YouTube, who watches
Okay.
us on YouTube, I
Hi,
love that,
Jaquan. Yeah.
said they should have all the adult stuff later in the evening and
Oh.
family stuff early in the day. Well, I actually agree with that in some ways, and I think in general that's kind of the way gay pride does work. In
I
other
think so.
words, if you go in the afternoon, gay pride doesn't even start till what, noon, I think.
Noon. Yeah.
Yeah, Dykes on
That's the
Bikes
time I
doesn't.
get up.
Yeah, Dykes on Bikes doesn't hit the road till noon, I believe. So they're already like late enough. And I think that early afternoon in general is fairly um, good. Oh,
Mhm.
sorry, the hacker. So the hacker's now reaching me. Sorry,
No
sidebar
way.
on my
Currently?
personal guy. Yeah, and I'm catfishing him now, and I want to see how far I can go with this. Yeah, no, I'm playing the
Ooh,
game back, honey.
girl, get
Don't,
them.
you will not get me. You might get me once, but not twice. But still, I'm playing the game. But we'll do that after I get off the show. Okay,
Okay.
anyways, but yeah, so I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? Because in general, it does happen that most of the adult stuff happens at night, but you'll get some adult naughty stuff during the day.
I mean, who's doing naughty stuff at 9 o'clock in the morning? Not, I mean, unless you're in
I
your own,
mean,
in the streets, in the streets.
oh, right.
You got to put that caveat in there because in my own bedroom, in the comfort of my own home, I don't want to be anywhere but in my own bed at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I'm not
Right.
going outside to do anything lascivious or a little bit freaky in the streets during the daytime. So I can see how that's a point, and I think that it already happens, like you said. So good point.
Blake says in LA, I know they have blocked off areas at the festival for adult stuff. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You know, LA's kind of on point these days with Pride. I just got an email today that Christina Aguilera is open to like performing, and how
We going,
fabulous would
girl.
that be? I know.
I
I don't.
love Christina.
I know you
She's one of
do.
my favorites. That voice,
Yeah.
I saw in concert and several times, and every time is amazing.
But I like this idea of blocking off areas for adult stuff to happen at the festival. And yeah, I think that makes sense, right?
Oh
Like
yeah.
a dark room for the daytime. A day dark room.
A
Yeah.
day alley. Yes, that sounds good to me. No, no kids allowed. I wonder what the signage is for with the
I can
adult
only
room.
imagine. I can only imagine.
Oh my
Well, we
goodness.
had some other hot topics on Tuesday's show, episode 357, and one of them had to do with when you bring somebody home and catching feelings. So
Mhm.
like the one night stand deal, and we all kind of said that we kind of, Jeremy and I can catch feelings. So
Me
I was
too.
saying on the show, you too, and sinfully good on
I
my
love
private
him.
Instagram, I am underscore Stevie, said I listened to today's episode and I heard your conversation about hookups and guys staying over catching feelings. It made me think, is hookups sleeping over a normal thing? In my 23 years of effing, I have
Okay.
never had, sorry, Facebook here, we're on Facebook too. In my 23 years of having some fun, I have never had someone sleep at my place or me at theirs. I guess for me, it's always
Really?
been more of a safety thing. I would be laying in bed all night with one eye open. Oh, okay. Don't sleeping with the enemy. This motherfucker might be crazy, and I'm not about to end up on CNN. Oh no, not. Thank you, sinfully. That's really hilarious.
That is
And
very funny.
yeah, um, no, I have. See, maybe
Yes,
that's the
often.
problem. Is that I've met the
I sleep over way too
person.
much.
Yeah, I don't think I would like. There's since COVID and since my ankle broken and since
Mhm.
I'm getting back into the game, I don't think I will be doing that anymore. I think I'll meet somebody, and if they're really interested, then I'll say, well, let's meet up after.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, like I might join you, Cody, this week to go see the finale of Drag Race. And if I meet, let's
So
just say I meet
excited.
somebody, I mean, I doubt I'll meet somebody there, but you know,
I'll pull him out the audience for you. I'll be
pull
like,
them out in the
"My
audience.
friend."
But I will not go home with them then because I
Okay.
just think I'd
I'll
rather
have them
do
go home with you. Oh, wait, what?
no. Yeah. What are the people saying, Cody?
The people are saying Blake has only ever slept over back in the day when he drank and would go home with someone after the bar. Sober, he doesn't want to go home with anybody. And El Rey just giggled at that. And I think that, or maybe he giggled at something we said. I think that that's true. That was whenever I would go out and drink and I would go home with somebody, I would definitely have to spend the night. But there have been times when I've gone on dates and I would go home with somebody and I would just feel so comfortable in their bed that I stayed for so long. And it sounds a little bit like To Catch a Predator, like now that I'm thinking about it now. but like,
here's
but
the
I'm safe
thing.
and nothing ever happened to me.
Well, here's the
Fortunately.
thing. Here's an alert thing that I think, half the time here in places like New York where the bars
Mhm.
stay open until 4 a.m.,
Mhm.
oftentimes you're having a great time. It's the drinking that Blake says. So you might be staying till that 4. You might stay till the sidewalk sale that happens oftentimes at the tail end. And you
Oh.
might get, so if you're going and you meet somebody at the tail end
Oh.
on the
There's a
sidewalk
sale?
sale, there's a sale. Yeah, you can get some great deals, honey.
Oh,
Oh, that's
girl,
right.
I love
That's
it.
yeah. I've been known to go to those kind of. I don't go to Target and all that, but I've been to the sidewalk sale one too many times. Damn it! And I'm done with the sidewalk sale. It's high end from here on out.
All right.
Nothing but
Neiman
Saks
Marcus only.
Saks
Yeah.
Fifth Avenue, honey. But so that's the problem is that you're already you're already drunk or you know sloshed a little bit,
Uh-huh.
and it's already 4 a.m. So now you're getting to their place at what, 4:30
Yes.
or 4:15 if they live down the street in the
Uh-huh.
case of my place.
Okay.
And so now we're starting everything at 4:15. We're wrapping up around 5:30. And am I going to kick somebody out at 5:30 in the morning?
No. And is the bus still running? Is what I
Yeah.
want.
And I've had people say that too. So it's just sometimes in response to Sinfully Good, who messaged me, sometimes it's like, well, you know what, just crash, right? And then, but then of course they're there in the morning and they're sleeping in with you because they've also drank as much. And now you're offering them your French press coffee, the good coffee, and you start to talk about life. So it's just this whole thing.
Making them French
Yeah.
toast, which I have done before. Now get out.
Exactly. Yeah, right. So
you had your French toast, now get out.
What's Teddy saying before we move on? Because we got to
Teddy
move on.
says, some cities you had no options back in the day, but stay over because the trains would stop. So that's a big thing, especially in London, because they stop at, I think,
The Tube.
2:00. The Tube, yes. And then and it doesn't reopen again until like 6:00 in the morning, 5:00 in the morning, something.
The Tube.
So the Tube. He also says DC back in the day. So his and then he says, I already texted him, Teddy. He says, lock that room.
I like it. Done. Deal. Insider joke. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Okay. This caught my attention for sure. We were going to talk about this the other day. But social media right now, the New York Post had this really interesting that young people, and I'm talking Generation Z, y'all. No, not you. Gen Z, that Zoomers are known to be glued to their phones, but some 20-somethings are taking a stand against all-consuming apps such as TikTok and Instagram, calling them toxic and obsessive.
Okay.
These young people say they're regaining control of their time by stepping away from the scroll.
Reclaiming my time.
Okay, yeah. What's her name? Yeah.
Auntie Maxine.
Yes, thank you. Maxine Waters.
That's
The
it.
anti-app wave seems to be catching on. New research reveals that Instagram is losing its grip on the next generation, according to a recent survey commissioned by the investment bank Piper Sandler, citing only 22% of respondents between 7 and 22 named Meta's popular photo sharing platform as their favorite app, down from 31% of spring of 2020. When you delete it, somebody wrote, you realize you don't need it. 20-year-old Gabriella Steinman told the Post. The economics major dumped both Instagram and TikTok in 2019 and said the relief she felt after unplugging was almost immediate. This is really surprising to me because I think we always thought, maybe it's your generation actually, aren't you? I'm X, Marx, Madam X.
Gen X. Is that what?
Yeah.
I'm a millennial.
Okay, yeah. I think it's all your generation that's all into it. And after being hacked,
Barely, I'm a
I'm really
millennial.
into it. Yeah. But I have to tell you that, just to bring it a little more real into why to keep things in perspective. So if you're scrolling and scrolling away and
Mhm.
everyone's trying to get back in shape for spring, summer bod, there's this great Get Out
Oh my, that's
magazine.
lovely.
I'm showing the
Pass that
picture.
through the
So it's got this great hot cover boy called John Tree. Maybe you
Oh
can spell this
my.
Jontri.
Yes.
You know how they always love to come up with interesting versions of
They sure
names.
do.
John
Yeah.
Tree, he goes by. And when asked, how often do you exercise and what does your training consist of? He answers the question, my workouts are 2 hours minimum every
What?
day. It consists of strength and resistance training and cardio ovations, he writes. But honestly, there's very little added cardio to my workouts. When I have catwalks or photos, these 3 days before, I add it to my training plan, and it's at the end of the 2 hours of weight training. And this is the body that you get
For 2
when
hours every single day?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I
Yeah.
mean, I say this and I show this as we're talking about social media and why people might get off is I think sometimes you can get in a rut of looking and scrolling and like, oh my God, I don't look as good as this person and comparing yourself. Well, he's a John Tree is a go-go dancer that works several nights a week and is a
Mhm.
personal trainer. That is the life of a personal trainer and a dancer. So this is his life and what he does.
When does he sleep?
I mean, but I don't, I'm not going to do to get that body if that's what it takes. I like a good 45 hour, 6 days a week, and to me that's like good
Yeah.
post
That's amazing. 6 days a
ankle.
week? That's
Yeah, but
really, really good.
but I'm like 45. I mean, the fact that he's doing 2 hours, I mean, can you spend 2 hours in the gym? Do
I
you
could
even want
not.
to?
I do an hour and a half at max.
What, bitch?
I
Okay.
do. Have you seen this body, honey? When
What
Mr.
is it
Maurice, if
all
you know.
like? What are you doing for 90 minutes in the gym?
Working out, working on my fitness, dancing a little bit
Working on
too,
your working that mouth of yours, I think.
Yeah, but I can see what you're saying. Being comparing yourself to other people on Instagram is a thing, and it's something that a lot of people go through. But I feel like Instagram and other social media outlets, there's a way to do it with your mental health in your mindset. Because if you do it and you don't compare yourself to others, or you notice that you're comparing yourself to others, and you stop that in before it actually becomes a detriment to your mental health, then it's something that can be utilized to make you more apt to go to the gym, or more apt to do things that are more positive for your mental outlook.
That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, we've definitely been, you can get in the rabbit hole, as many people call it. What do you think about the fact that Gen Zers and a younger audience, because it's one thing for my generation and then some older generations to be like, well, we didn't really, it's not kind of our thing. Like, truth be told, it's interesting that we got hacked for,
Mhm.
I use social media mostly for the show.
Mhm.
I don't really spend any time scrolling at all. But I think part of it is because of my generation. I just think I love to connect with people in person, and I don't like it that much. So
Yeah.
what do you think it is? Do you think that because social media is so new, I think this is one of my theories,
Mhm.
it's new in the fact that we're seeing some changes. There was a story today about Netflix that it's lost all this money, its stocks
Yeah.
plummeted. And I do you think that we're seeing the after effects of a tech generation that is in kind of a tumultuous turning of time, that maybe we're realizing that some of this stuff we don't
We
need
don't
as much.
need.
We don't need
Yeah.
every single platform that is out there to be streaming every single thing. We don't. Oh,
Did
you're
you
telling
just
that?
come for me? Did you? Because I have every single streaming
What I
platform.
need is your password to get into it. Is what I need.
All Star starts in a minute, right?
I need your Paramount password because it somehow lapsed and I don't have access to it anymore. Damn it! So can I please get that?
Yes, darling. Yes, of course you can have it. And I think that it's 100% correct. I think that when it's something we didn't have back in the day, so we survived, we made it, and we might even be more health. Our mental health might be better because we didn't have it when we were younger. So I say that I applaud them for taking a break from it when they see that it is affecting them in a way that is not good for their mental health. So good job, Gen Zers, even though I'm not one of you.
Yes. Okay. Well, we've got to move on to this hot topic story that really caught my attention. Essentially, the Grabby Awards. There's a Grabby Awards here in the States, and there's Grabby Awards Europa, as I like to call it.
Oh, yes.
You know, I'm practically European. But essentially, are you looking? So they wrote on their Twitter account, are you looking to party or play?
Mm-hmm.
They're hosting the Grabbies like a party. So essentially, the adult bookshop owners, formerly known as the Prowlers, are putting on, they're calling it these shit shows, according to this article, in straight up gay porn. And one is in Spain this weekend, with reportedly taking place outside of a hotel swimming pool with host Chichi LaRue. But before the awards are tossed out, the Grabbies are promoting their pre-parties, and they're asking if they're looking to party or play at the events as seen in the above tweet, the one that I said about party and play. So when it was posted over a dozen times this month, party and play, of course, usually refers to drug-fueled sex parties or chem sex.
Oh, yeah.
And often deadly or at least severely damaged to one's health, according to straight up gay porn. It's remarkable that the Grabbies would use PNP to advertise their parties. But I guess desperate times call for desperate measures. They write, what's truly disturbing is that they place Chichi LaRue, a well-known recovering addict, on their flyers. Regardless of what anyone thinks of LaRue, even if she deserves better than this, and is this disrespectful both to her and so many in the adult industry who are struggling with addiction? That's a question, Cody. What's your thoughts?
I think, well, I do not feel like Chichi LaRue should be on the flyer for multiple reasons, and one of them is because of their admitted addiction. So yes, especially when you put it into that context of party and play, everybody knows what that means. I know they did it for shock value, so they get some press, like we're talking about it now. So I think that it drew people in, and it did what it had to do. But bringing Chi-Chi in, that wasn't cool. It wasn't right. And I think also, if I can just go off on a little soapbox, Chichi LaRue has been accused of sexually harassing someone, and I think that is another reason that she should not be on that flyer.
So I hear you, and it's interesting when you read the tweet. So if the actual flyer, when they write it, doesn't say anything about PNP. In fact, it says Twinktastic Party / Fetish Cruise. It lists the sponsors, it lists the date, it lists the official Grabby Awards and where to go and all that good stuff. So that alone doesn't do anything harm. It's that the Grabby Awards then took it amongst themselves to write, are you looking to party or play? They didn't put PNP, which is the acronym that when you go on to Grindr or Scruff and you see PNP,
Craigslist.
We know, okay, Craigslist. We know what they're talking about. They're talking about specifically drug-fueled parties.
Yeah.
So do you think that we're being a little hard on them because they didn't really say it? Or do you think that they knew what they were doing and they're kind of doing a wink and a nod to those that might be inclined to PNP it.
Look, I've PNP'd it before. Penis and penis. I've penised and penised it before. So I can't be really that judgmental as far as that. And I feel like they only did it in order to kind of get attention. And that's what you do in marketing.
But is this
that's
okay?
part
But
of marketing.
right, but is this the right attention to be drawing to yourself? I get it. We are coming off of what is it, 3 years now of no major parties. Many of these people make their living off of this kind of party planning, major events, that they haven't been able to do that. They haven't been getting a paycheck. So, but also, devil's advocate here, many people have resorted to their vices, whether it's alcohol or drugs. And so is it really a time, I just came off of I have one more episode of Euphoria season 2, and it is going deep. It's deep, but it's all about not glamorizing and showing some of the realities of drug addiction and what it does not only to the person who's consumed by the drugs, but the families and the friends and everybody else in between. And so coming off of COVID, is this really the messaging that you want to put out there when people are struggling, not only within the adult industry, but just in general, to kind of come to our party? Or like, did they really need to put that tweet out there that wasn't even on the flyer, that's gonna be a trigger for many people? Like, well, you know what?
I get what you're saying, but I don't see the harm of it. Maybe because I'm coming from a vantage point of where I've learned to actually do those things responsibly and without being a hindrance to other people. Like I've only done that at a party or in times of celebration. Maybe if I had the mindset of someone who comes from an addictive place, then I would have a completely different viewpoint on it. But right now, this I can only speak from my personal experience.
Yes, but yours is different from, I think, that PNP often has to do with drugs like meth and drugs that are really have been destructive to a lot of people's lives.
Is that what it means? Because I thought it was pills and party or something like that. I thought it was that. What did I say before?
You said pills and poppers.
Pills and poppers. That's what I thought it stood for.
I always thought it meant like chemsex, because there's a story that we could talk about, Ed Buck, and it was meth.
Okay. All right.
The audience listening, what did you think?
The audience listening is completely against meth.
Party and play is hardcore, not even weed. Hardcore meth. Anybody else want to weigh in?
Everybody is saying that it's meth.
It's party and play.
Well, in that instance, then I think
which is what everybody else.
They went a bit too far. Okay, now
meth. Damon says meth.
Okay, all right, y'all. Damn.
Well, come on now. We're looking out for the people here.
No, I appreciate that, and I don't know everything, so.
Well, we could talk about this Ed Buck, who is a serial killer, essentially, of gay Black sex workers, was just sentenced to 30 years in a federal prison because he lured young Black men who were often experiencing homelessness, addiction, poverty to his apartment, and for sexually charged sessions in which he would inject them with methamphetamine and drug them with sedatives with and without their consent. Federal prosecutors said have huge sentencing memorandums on this. He solicited his victims in various ways, including using social media platforms. Here we go with social media, dating, escort websites, referrals, and so on. Sentenced to 30 years. So now, do you feel the same way, Cody? That
do not. Okay. I'm now that I've been educated, now I understand more. That man is, everybody's saying he's the devil, and I completely agree. I think that he's not going to last long in jail because the people are going to probably murder him in jail. And I think that I'm glad that he's finally getting his just desserts as far as him getting sentenced to jail. So
There's a really great documentary too that everybody could watch. It's Jamel. Let me just see if I
Gerard
can.
Carmichael.
Not that one.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
That is really overview of what happened in it. I'm just
Oh,
trying.
really? Oh, I would
Yeah.
like to watch that after.
Yeah. Oh, Jamel and Tim.
Okay.
Gemmel. Jamel and Tim is the
Mm-hmm.
Jamel and Tim is the documentary. It's really, really eye opening about more not Ed Buck, but what the victims of it,
Went
but
through.
giving them their story and really telling it, and the fight to get this Ed Buck really where we're at now is 30 years in prisons, which thank God. But I highly recommend watching that film. It's really good. Um, there was another thing I was going to talk essentially of that same thing. I'm losing my train of thought,
Was it
but
the?
no,
Was
I
it?
think we're
Oh
good.
no, we're good.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Was it? Was it the gay dads?
Looking at Jamel and Tim, look that up on Google. I
Okay.
forget where I watched it.
And
I
put
would
it-
look it up. I would look it up right now. I'll post it on TAGSPodcast.com. I just got to get to the next story. Cody, are we doing hot topics? Hey guys, your buddy Steve V here, and asking the question, why is it so important for me to manscape in the summer? Well, first of all, it will accentuate all my hard work and spring workout training. I feel cleaner and fresh while ready to mingle in the summer sun. And it's that little extra care that I take for myself that makes me feel ready for any situation or person I may come in contact with, if you know what I mean. Let's be real though, nobody likes to be the hairy guy at the beach rave. It's time to bundle up with the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. Inside this package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, the Performance Boxer briefs, and their Shed travel bag to hold your goodies. First off, the Performance Package 4.0 includes the Lawnmower 4.0, and this trimmer was designed with the summer intentions in mind. This fourth generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade so it reduces grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor, a new multifunction on and off switch, can engage a travel lock, and gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. Did I mention this trimmer is waterproof too? Manscaped even has you covered with their signature crop mop ball wipes for any, dare I say, spontaneous decisions. Want to take it up a notch? Manscaped Shears 2.0 is an all-encompassing nail kit to tackle those gross sandal nails you might acquire. Seal the deal with Manscaped liquid formulations. Before heading outside, use Crop Preserver ball deodorant to keep you on your game with the heat. For any on-the-go ball sweats, freshen up with Manscaped's Crop Reviver and hop back into the mix with confidence. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts with their Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped Premium Boxers, and the Shed Travel Bag. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code TAGS, T-A-G-S, at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code TAGS, T-A-G-S, at manscaped.com. It's time to trim off those spring flowers this summer and give your beach balls a shine with Manscaped. Today,
Let's just continue with hot topics.
Yeah. Okay. But here's a update that I want to give everybody. Next Tuesday, April 26th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we are doing our second deeper conversation where our Patreon community at the subcategory and above are having these really great hour-long conversations. We did it last month, and we have some really deeper conversations. We set a topic, but we also do a round robin, and it's really connect with everybody. It's really a great chance to have a little bit deeper and interesting conversation than we can always have, say, on Tags Podcast and Tags Live. It's next Tuesday, April 26th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on our Deeper Discord channel. The best way to get to it, if you're interested, is join our Patreon community by going to patreon.com/TAGSPodcast. Patreon.com/TAGSPodcast. Grab a tier. I think I'm doing a special. If you grab it at it's the second category, not the virgin category. It's the second tier and above, and you can join our conversation. It was the subcategory. It's the one below. Oh, it's the virgin category and above. No, sorry, the twink category and above. I'm going to edit that. Yeah. There you go.
Cool.
And join us. It's going to be really
good.
Wait.
We're going to talk. We're going to have a whole kiki, darling.
Yes. Somebody just mentioned Nathaniel.
Yes.
Who mentioned that?
I remember I brought it up because everybody was commenting on it, how amazing it is.
It's so good.
Yeah. I'm going to watch it before Tuesday.
Jamel and Tim is a documentary about Ed Buck. And
I don't see where it's showing. So
Maybe it's, are you sure? And you're spelling G.
Yeah.
G-E-M.
G-E-M-M-E-L. And
Tim.
Yes.
You're not seeing anything?
It does. I mean, I see it, but it doesn't show where it is actually streaming.
We'll look that up and find it.
Post it.
Yeah, because I forget how I saw it. Jamel, G-E-M-M-E-L. But
Teddy says you saw it at Outfest. They've not sold it yet.
Okay.
He doesn't see it on IMDb.
Okay, so maybe it's not out yet. Yeah. In the meantime, though, guys, I really highly Gerard Carmichael, and that's Gerard Carmichael's Nathaniel.
Yes.
One-man show is amazing on HBO Max. Highly recommend that. It's so good. Okay, moving on. So we are doing just hot topics.
Just correct? Hot topics.
Okay,
yes, darling.
So I've got to move on to those really quickly to find out where we left off. Are we doing Batman? I'm going to let you pick. Okay. So apparently Batman's gay, Cody. What's going on?
Yes, I've known this for years, darling.
Bat fans on Twitter released a collective gasp on Wednesday as they learned that the voice actor Kevin Conroy is gay. Conroy is best known for voicing Batman in a series of DC animated series and films over the past 30 years, beginning with Batman the Animated Series. The realization came as DC Comics announced the creative minds behind this year's Pride Anthology, a series of stories penned by a high-profile LGBTQ authors and drawn by famous queer artists centered around the label's LGBTQ characters. Conroy will write the story Finding Batman, described as a personal story. Details on the tale itself remain mum, though judging by the title, he'll revisit its most iconic character in some way. The full anthology releases May 31st. So it's really the guy that played him.
Yeah, in the animated series. Yeah.
So this is a lot of a hullabaloo.
I mean, in my mind, Batman is really gay and the Batcave is just a big glory hole. But I guess not canonically, that's not how it is. So
you told me something offline, though, that was kind of interesting, that you're not really even into Batman because you said he's a little highbrow.
Why are you going to call me out?
Because that's what I do, motherfucker.
No, I don't like the rich guys. I like these street level heroes, or the ones that are so powerful that like Superman or Wonder Woman or any of the X-Men. But Batman, I mean, he's pretty amazing. He's really smart, but he doesn't have any superpowers. So I don't know. He's not my favorite.
Well, then I'm wondering if you're going to like what I'm writing a book right now. And it's called Leather Knight, Knight, Leather Knight. I think you'll like him because he's not going to be totally rich, but he's not going to be poor either.
Okay, well, see, that means I'll like him.
Maybe.
Does he do what's his powers?
Nothing that's like, I mean, I'll tell you later. I don't want to give away too much.
Oh, okay, yeah. Don't tell the kids. Just tell me. Yes.
I think you will. I hope you do.
I will. Anything you write, darling, I know I love.
What are the kids saying? No. Steve, do you know Bette Midler's song "My Knight in Black Leather"? Ooh, the ultimate in camp. I like. No, I don't. I'm gonna have to check that out. 1979. We are talking about 1976 in a moment. So, and I'm all about 70s music from her album Thighs and Whispers. I love a talkback audience.
Me too. Thanks
So
for the
fun. We
comments,
learned so
guys.
much. I know,
Right?
right?
I learned what PNP finally stands
Oh
after
my God. That's
after
nuts.
90 years. I finally learned.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just innocent. I don't know.
Right. Cody, what topic do you want to talk about next? We talked about Sherry Pie, or did we not?
We have not talked about Sherry Pie yet.
Do you want to go Sherry
Yes, let's talk about
Pie?
Sherry Pie and then because we can always come back to those other two
Okay.
another week.
Disgraced Queen Sherry Pie makes her return to drag 2 years after the scandal. But really, we all know Sherry Pie, the second queen in RuPaul's Drag Race history to be disqualified on the show,
Mm-hmm.
seems to be making her return to drag after reports surfaced that Pie corresponded with at least eight up and coming actors. She convinced them to send photos and videos, sometimes sexual in nature, as well
Yep.
as take steroids under the fake name of Allison Mossy.
Mm-hmm.
The competitor was disqualified and practically edited out of season 12 of the show, which was really fun to watch because when you knew the story and you're like, wait, I see her in the background.
But they didn't give her any airtime.
Yeah, those
I was
good
here for it.
good editors. The announcement by VH1 ahead of Pie's on-screen debut marked the first time that a competitor in a franchise history was disqualified before their workroom entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Pie was not allowed to appear at the reunion or compete in the finale, and she was doing good, Cody, right? She was like, doing really great.
She could have actually won, in my opinion, if not for this scandal. So
talk about catfishing, though, and what she really did, and luring guys, straight, gay, whatever they were, as fronting as a casting director and having them do all these lascivious acts that they didn't want to do. And I know from experience, when you're trying to get out there as an actor, you're very vulnerable, and you could fall prey to someone like this person, which Sherry Pie did. So the question being is, should Sherry be allowed to come back? She said she understands that people won't agree with what she did, but she's coming back to social media. Should she be allowed to come back to social media is the question.
So part of me thinks everyone deserves a second chance, but I said it the other week when we talked about Jussie Smollett, and I will say it again. If you do something that lascivious, or you do something that in the court of public opinion, it makes you basically a pariah, because she got canceled, Jussie got canceled. And I say I can't support anything that they do from here on out. Sherry, go do something else. Stay off social media and continue to live your life. And I mean, like, I don't wish any ill on you, but I don't think that you should be. You should be. Damon, why'd you do that to me? I was making a really good point, and you put juicy Kool-Aid in the comments.
No, you can't look down at the comments when you're trying to make up on this show. When you're making a point, you do not look down at the comments.
You laugh, and then I was like, "What is he laughing at?"
Don't look at the comments when you're trying to make a point.
Yes, so I just can't support anything that either one of them do. And I think that they should just go somewhere and lay low and just live their lives, because the things that they did were very harmful to other people. So
yeah, does Matt Lauer get to come back from the Today Show? No. Who's heard from him? I think, are you canceled for life? I don't know. The fact is, it hasn't been really enough time, I think. And for all those victims that suffered, it's kind of a slap in the face to think that you can kind of come back. If we're being hacked and not being allowed to even get, for doing nothing wrong, and can't seem to get back on our account, why would we assume that social media platforms would then monitor, oh, right, well, Sherry Pie did all this on RuPaul's Drag Race, so let's not let her back on. No, they're not going to do that. So it's really up to her, Sherry Pie, and her posting that somewhat, I don't know, apologetic or not. I know some of you are gonna.
It was.
There's so the thing is, it's just a little tone deaf too, because I think that there's so many excellent drag queens coming out. I mean,
season
on and on. I know, right? And there can only be there can only be one winner.
Yeah.
So, but all of them are so talented. They're all going to do great things. Are we really going to support this one person when there's umpteen of them out there now that you could go see? Do you want to support this one that really did such distraught to our community? I think the answer is no. And like you said, show maybe what you did. She didn't show anything about how she learned from it. I think some of the posts should really be her as a guy, and saying, here's what I'm doing to regain your support. Here's how I'm learning. Here's what I did in my off time. I sought therapy. I did stuff. It's just all about going back to the art form that, she was a part of, that I don't think we all are here for it.
Be a part of the healing and don't try and search for fame. So I think.
But on the,
go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, one of our viewers right now, El Rey, says, let her come back and see if she can survive. Well, good. That's a good point. I mean, cancel culture is, in the end, it's really up to the people. Everything is about, you'll either survive or you won't survive. And why not let her? I'm not going to go to any show that she's ever going to be at or follow her. I'm not that big of I'm not following that many of them anyway, but will you, because you're a huge fan, will you follow her or go to a show that she's...
No, I'm very selective about the queens that I follow, and I have unfollowed queens for less. Let's just say that. Okay.
I hear ya.
Blake says she should start a new persona and be banana pudding instead.
I love it.
Yes.
Anybody else saying anything before we move on to our final topic?
Just Teddy saying thank you for the follow. And Damon said he has a friend who criminally misbehaved online, and after probation, he did it to Damon. So I think that they should just lay low and not really try to seek fame, because what are their motivations for trying to seek the fame? I'm so sorry, Damon, that happened to you.
Yeah, right. Oh. Well, moving on to our final topic, our favorite, Thirst Trap. Thirst Trap Thursday, when this comes out, we put together by Straight Up Gay Porn a list this week of 19, I think it's 19, is it, Cody? 19 gay porn stars, and they asked the question, who took the best photo or video of the 19. Week? This is a really good week and was a hard one for me, starting with the first one, Junior. I'll post this on TAGSPodcast.com. I think I will start and go with my favorite one. It's midway through the list when you guys look at this if you're listening to this when this show comes out, and it's by a guy he goes by Stoner Twink.
What kind of name is that, by the way?
You know what? I'm not. There's so many dualities about this guy. First of all, he must have an old soul, because he's going by Stoner Twink, which today is 420, by the way.
Oh yeah, happy 420.
When we record this, 420. So he's right on brand. That's why I also picked him. His leg, his quad, he's got a great quad as he's sitting in a chair, looking in the mirror, taking a selfie. He's got a tattoo of Snoopy sitting on the doghouse, laying up, looking up into the stars. I mean, the fact that he loves Snoopy's and Peanuts commercial is amazing.
Snoopy and Peanuts.
Yeah. His ball sack is so full. He must have either taken a shower and relaxed it, like I told you to do with Manscaped, and we save balls. When you take a shower, your ball sack's that much more relaxed. It's so like full. Next up, he's cute. He's got a great face. He's lounged back, great body. But the best part in the background, this is why he's an old soul, because of the Snoopy, is this Donna Summer album.
Yes.
That what? I have the same album.
It's so cute. I was like, you have what? Oh my goodness.
And because when Cody and I were doing this offline earlier, I was like, Cody, oh my God, I think I have that Donna Summer album. And anything like Donna Summer, to me, she was I mean, look at this cover, y'all. She's in the clouds. She's got a bow on. She is it's 1976, honey. To me, this would have been I would have been all about this. You know, you love an album back in the day when the first song, side one, was 18 minutes. The first track is 18 minutes long. And they're like, that's it. We're done. Flip it over. Flip it over.
What?
Then you've got.
What do they do for 18 minutes? Lord.
It's one song and it's comprised of 3. And I'm not mad. Georgia or Marauder, honey. And side 2's got 4 tracks, and that's it. They're done. We're like, right. They got out of the studio and they went to the club and they were like, we made an album.
Yeah.
So he gets my vote because of that. I'm so excited. I could go over all my Donna collection, which I pulled out, but I won't waste your time.
I love it. I'll come over and we'll have
a Donna Summer party.
Oh my God, I live for Donna Summer.
Live. Oh my God.
Well, my choice goes to, and you called it, by the way. It was the first one. You were like, that's the one for you, Cody. And I said, yes, Junior is the one for me. His ass is just too amazing to ignore. And I went.
It's like salute it.
It's just so perky and round and bubbly and beautiful. And I went to his Twitter like you taught me, and his Twitter is so hot.
That's the thing. You do a little research on these, and you go to their Twitter accounts, which they're all linked up, and then you're like, oh, okay, now. There was some really good ones on there, too, on their Twitter accounts that were hot.
Oh, yeah. And so in this picture, he's standing on a beach. He's completely naked with just a baseball hat and some sunglasses on. And he's turned away from the camera looking at I think it's the ocean, but I can't really tell because all I can see is ass. I mean, there could be anything there, but this ass is just eclipsing it because it's so big and beautiful.
It's really well shot too. It's like kind of at an angle, and the lighting is amazing on the beach. It's delicious.
Oh, was there there was something else other than his ass in the picture? I really honestly haven't noticed. It's just it's just all ass. Donna Summer is there too. Yep, she is.
Everything's just grander with Donna. What are people saying?
People are saying they love Donna Summer.
Okay.
And Blake is asking, is he on the list this week? And I said, yes, he's on there twice. I saw him. And
what list? Are we throwing a party?
No, the thirst trap list.
Oh, I thought. Oh, right. Put him on the list. We forgot to put him on the list. What party are we throwing?
I mean, it's at your house, so I hope you're expecting us.
Wrap it up. We got a minute.
Okay. So Teddy says Lydian is his favorite, and Party on the Love Song. Damon says.
Oh.
And there's a song called Wasted on the album. They're talking about the album and they're talking about the thirst trap. Kylan Kiddo is.
Yes, Wasted. Track 3, side 2. Is it good? I can't remember it. So I'm going to play it after.
Okay. All right.
I am so excited.
Blake says his choice is Kylan Kiddo, the way the dick is dancing in the video. And James says Xtian, I think it's Christian Mingle for him. Outdoors, plants, and a mustache. He is in. I also very much enjoyed Christian Mingle. But yeah, now they're just commenting on the Donna Summer album.
Donna and I give her we want to thank you again. Our Tags podcast currently is hacked, so follow us on Tags podcast at @IAM_Steve V for the time being. I will give you updates when we're not hacked. @IAM_Steve V. Follow Cody at Mr. Maurice, or he's a life coach at KMD Coaching, and just listen to Donna Summer. I mean, it'll bring you a lot of happiness.
That's right.
And
Last
in the
dance.
in the meantime, continue having hot gay
sex.